Good afternoon, Natrona County, especially Republicans. On the wire today on K2 Radio, they have an article where looks like Ed Opella has thrown his hat into the ring for the replacement of Steve Schlager on the Natrona County Commissioners Board. And I think, I don't know if you guys remember the collector car debate that went on for 2 years, but you'll have to look back and go through some of my videos of what my husband and I went through for 3.5 years to the tune of $250,000 to fight for our property rights here in Natrona County because of people like Ed Opella and Rob Hendry and Bill McDowell, who all refused to look at any documentation when we were trying to show them that we were grandfathered in our use of property and that they were in violation of our constitutional rights. I went as far as to invite the commissioners out to my property to take a look at what they were claiming was a nuisance violation at first. Then I was in violation of their zoning laws. All this was spearheaded by Ed Opella himself, because he was chairman at the time, and then, or co-chairman, then he became chairman, or vice versa, chairman and then co-chairman. But at any rate, it took 3 years of litigation and a little over $250,000 to take it before Judge Sullins in 7th District Court here in Casper. And we won our case in January of 2014. That not only did the Natrona County Commissioners violate my constitutional rights, they violated the state law when they took the law into their own hands and tried to fine us $588,000 for our vehicles being on our property. It's very important that we also realize Mr. Opella did not win his re-election the first time, and he did not win his re-election when he ran for Kendall Croker's seat in House District 35 in Evansville. There's a reason he didn't win these seats, and I am 100% against this man being reintroduced to one of the most powerful seats in our county. I'm going to be at the Ramcota tomorrow night, and I'm going to video, and I think I'm going to pass out flyers and remind people of just how arrogant and abuse of powers Mr. Opella did while he was a Board of County Commissioner. So if anybody wants to know more of my story, it's on YouTube. There are dozens of videos showing how Mr. Opella was not only rude, but he also threw citizens out of the room when they commented on his actions against not only us, but other people who were also car enthusiasts in Natrona County. And I see this as a slap in the face of not only my historic case being won in the 7th District Court by Judge Sullins, but I see this as another attack on property rights. And this is what this man has done through his entire career here in Casper. And I'm not going to stand for it. I'm going to go there, and I'm going to hope that the Republican Party guys, you guys do a split vote on this guy and kick him to the curb. There is talk already that the commissioners have already decided to put this man back on the commissioners board, and that's not how our democratic democracy works. He is not fit. He is not articulate enough in the state laws. He violated my constitutional rights, and I will not support a man who cannot understand state law and constitutional rights of people he plans to oversee. So with that, I'm going to close, and tomorrow night I will give you my review on the Republican Party in this Natrona County. Seems to me they cannot follow their own rules. They run by their own plans, and it's pretty obvious they have problems within their own party lines. They have forgotten what they swear to uphold. They have forgotten their bylaws, and they have forgotten how this democratic United States works. So I would advise anyone who is a Republican to please attend tomorrow night's meeting at the Ramkota for Republicans at 6 o'clock. You can check in at 5 and find a seat. And hold these guys accountable for even entertaining a candidate who not only violates his oath of office, but he also violates your constitutional rights at his own whim. I don't know if you guys remember, but let me give you a little rundown. I invited Mr. Opella out to my property to look and to make a decision of what he thought my property was. He denied that. He said that he wasn't interested in looking at my issues or my property, and told me I needed to buy a conditional use permit when there was no such permit at the time. In fact, all the way through, we tried to give him affidavits from neighbors that have lived out here for 30 plus years or more of what my property had been used for, that it was in fact a collection point for collector vehicles, that it had been in use prior to any zoning of my area. Mr. Opella and Rob Hendry and Bill McDowell would not even entertain the idea that I could be possibly correct. So I had no choice but to sue the Natrona County Commissioners. And I sued specifically because of Ed Opella, Rob Hendry, and Bill McDowell. So let's see you guys all out there tomorrow night. And let's kick this boy to the curb one more time. He has no business in politics. He has no business anywhere near our government. He does not honor his oath of office, nor does he honor the Constitution. Thank you.
They can still work on it.
Well, what about the ones over 1.5 tons?
That's the limit. Well, I'm sorry, we can't make everybody happy. So thank you. Next.
Sounds like Adolf Hitler to me.
Amen.
That's what Adolf Hitler done back in the 20s and the 30s, you guys.
I'll let you get away with that once, twice, that's enough. And that you can just leave.
I can leave too.
Officer, would you escort him out?
Well, that's nice. Escort an 80-year-old.
We're going to have a civil meeting here. I want to listen to everybody's thoughts. Sir, please.
Great laws, not limited to 45 minutes.
Get him on the mic.
But,